All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to another podcast of Adeel Pirzada podcast. Today, we are actually going to discuss our continuation from the previous episodes about finding a duplex, finding the designer, finding the builder, and actually building it. Um, on the last episode, I actually shared a screen with you guys and actually showed you guys how to find that lot. Today, I actually wanted to run the numbers on that lot and see if it's going to work out for you guys, if it's something worthy or not to get into on that area and on that lot. So today we're discussing the duplexes. We already went over this, that how to find and where to find the duplexes. So I'm going to go back to realtor.ca, which is already open on my screen. And then, as you might remember from last time, we were putting some filters and some items here in order to find the property that we want. So I'll do the same thing. First, I want to find the lot, right? And then I want to check the lot that I find, what I can build on it, which is a duplex semi-detached home, and if it's going to make sense or not, and if it's going to make any money or any profit or not. So first thing first, you need to go and make sure that's for sale. We're not putting any prices, max price, minimum price, bathroom, bedrooms. We're not concerned with that. Our important thing is that finding the RC2 lot in the area. So land, I would just keep everything same. The only thing you want to put in is RC2 as we talk, because this is the duplex or semi-detached zoning in City of Calgary. So this is for City of Calgary. Every city have kind of similar, but their own letters and their own numbers when they designate a zoning. RC2 R-C2 is for the City of Calgary. However, I am still putting the other ways, the other two ways, just because if any realtor didn't put it the right way, so we can search it up and it shows up in our area. Okay, so just putting RC2 shows us there's about 454 lots or houses that has the RC2 designation are for sale. So that doesn't mean that all of them would qualify to build a duplex. It's just an RC2. It's actually already built home that you would build would still have land zoning of RC2. So it's those homes will still show up on your list. Okay. Now this is the city of Calgary. We saw all the duplexes or RC2 lots are here. And we want to focus on an area where we know that we get good returns and where it's in high demand. So usually it's the inner city where you find most of these lots anyway. And then within inner city, there's different areas for the city of Calgary. We're going to focus on an area where we know it's a good sale, it's a good hype, and it's the market is doing well for the duplexes. We don't want an area where people don't want to move in, where there's a high crime rate and other issues. So just looking at it, this is the downtown Calgary, and we're looking some areas closer to it where we can find different lots. So, for example, I'll show you here. This is Crescent Heights, and you can see already that it's actually showing 930,000 for a piece of property that is actually a duplex. So this is a half duplex. I'm pretty sure that's what they're trying to tell. They're trying to sell, and it was listed 3 days ago. So there are other examples. Some are built, some are new, and what common they all have? They all are C2 because that's what we put into the search area. Now, looking at the area I would want to focus, it would be somewhere here. So let's take a look at actually Renfrew and see what they got going. So this is pretty close to downtown. It's close to Chinatown, probably like 5 to 10 minutes drive. So this is a great area. And then over here, if I start looking, there is a whole bunch of inventory that I can find. So there it says about nine. So there's some lots that are for sale. Again, I'm not going to go into the lots because it's going to give you a hard time getting a loan. So it's better that you get a lot that has a house built on it, so it's easier for you to get an initial loan. Okay, now there are a couple of options here I'm looking, so just pick one, and I'm gonna pick. Oh, I actually just lost it, so I'm gonna pick option here. Let's say 609,000. So I just clicked on that listing. Let's see what it got. Okay, so this is the house. It's being sold. It's for sale. Um, it came on listing 1 day ago, so it's just recently listed. 609,999. Um, it's a single family home. That's exactly what we're looking for. It's about 1,100 square feet. That doesn't concern us much. The lot size, it says 4,000 to 7,000 square foot. So it should be in that 6,000 square foot range that we're looking for. And we can confirm that down below. If you go down at the bottom, so here's the frontage. So the lot frontage is 15 meters. So this is one of the things to check. You want to be 15 meters. You can be less, and you can build a smaller house, but you can't go too low. I think you can stick around 50 meters, about 50 feet. So as long as you're about 42, 43 feet, you should be able to get two side by side. But I always recommend 50 feet. That gives a 25 foot for each lot, and you can get a decent size, decent width house, on that lot. And again, the zoning is RC2. So yeah, this is your lot, and let's say this is what you are looking to purchase. Let's run numbers on it quickly. And so next thing you want to know that how much a duplex is being sold in that area. So let's say if you were to purchase this lot for 600,000, what can you sell it for when you want to build it? And this is something you want to check right away, right? So one of your things to do. So you would go back in the same search criteria, but this time, because I want recent, build. So the best, easiest way to check, actually, you can have the older home selling for good, good price as well. But let's look at anything that was built from 2020 to 2023. It'll give you more accurate. Like these are new builds, so it will give you closer to where you need to be when you build your duplex. Oh, I'm missing another RC2 that I usually put in. So RC2. Oh, no, RC2. There you go. Okay, I'll hit the search and let's see what it comes with. Oh, I don't know if it went through. So year built. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now you see everything is gone except I'm left with very little. It's actually just one house and there are a few. So that means there is a whole bunch of RC2 lot that we were seeing before, but these are the only ones that are built between 2020 to 2023. And I'm only doing that just to because you could have a house, a duplex, let's say built in 2017, and that is being sold maybe for a little less amount. So you don't get yourself confused. Try to compare your numbers with the most recent build. So you are pretty, you're in the par and you're close to what should sell for. So this house is listed for 959 900. So let's take a look what actually they have. Just another thing, there are a few things to check when you're doing analysis. So there is a whole detail. It's a semi-detached home, two master bedroom. There's all kind of info on it. But what I'm really after is that how big is this home? So when it's built, how big it is, and if we were to build the same one in the same area, what can we sell for? So this house have 3 bedrooms, two below grade bedrooms. So that it looks like the basement's already built as well. It has 4 bathrooms, one partial, a lot going on here. So you can read all the detail. I'm really interested in knowing the square footage. So this is about 1,800 square foot home. Again, like I said, they're still on RC2 lot, and now you only get half of the lot, 7.62 meters. So before you would have 15 meters because it's the duplex, so it'll be cut in half. So now with 959,000, so let's say if this was your sale price, let's say 950,000. So market in Calgary is pretty hot, and this is another thing you got to determine that what is the listing price, right? Based on looking at the records, and how many days they're staying in the market, and how much lower are they going from the listing price. So city of Calgary has a pretty hot real estate market, so there isn't much negotiation is happening in terms of that you're going to get a real break on the number. So I think this house, it could be very well sold, very well overpriced, or it could be just at that price, or it could be, I would say, this should sell for around 950,000. So those are the numbers we're going to take in consideration. I'm just going to pull up a calculator here pretty quickly so we can just do the quick math. Oh, it showed up on my other screen, so I'm just going to, there's a lot of stuff happening with my computer right now. Okay. For some reason, the calculator isn't working. Yeah, I'll pull it up again. Yeah, for some reason, the calculator, I wonder if it's because of the screen sharing. Um, that it's, oh, there we go. Okay, we got it now. Oh, there are multiple open now. Perfect. Okay, so I'll just bring this here right in the middle. What I want to do is just check. So let's say if we are building this, so the finished product sells for 950,000 times two. So you got two of those houses. So you're gonna be in a position to sell it for 1.9 million. Okay, let's now this is our number. So this is your sale cost. This is your final gross number. Let's see how much money you're gonna be able to make on it. So because these houses are, it's in an inner city area, and these houses are, they're good size and they're kind of luxury. There is a lot of custom stuff in it, and I can show you pictures. This is what kind of stuff sells in the, in the city, and in the city center, close to city center area. So you can see there's a nice fireplace, a nice standing shower. um, this is their floor plan, so you actually got to take a look too, that what are people buying or what are people interested in that area. um, these are the master bedroom with an ensuite, a big walk-in closet, the two other bedrooms. So and then the basement right here. So actually, they have a lot of, and then these are nearby areas. So there is a lot of information in these areas. Now, looking at just on the cost as we're discussing, 1.9 million. So this is about 1850 square foot house. Let's say you need to build two of these, so times two. So you're about looking at 3,700 square foot. Now with the basement and the home being a little bit luxury, and then they're having a lot of add on into this house, you want to have a square foot rate, which I think I might be still conservative here, but I would use a square foot rate of $250. So this is of your cost to build, $250 to build the home. So you're looking about 925,000. Okay, that is the cost of your construction. Now, this should have enough room for your architects and your consultants and the engineers. You're not going to need a whole bunch of them for a duplex construction. You need electrical, mechanical, and all the engineering departments when you're doing a bigger project, multifamily. But on a smaller project, single family duplexes, you don't really need, you need an architect and some help with the structural and maybe some electrical. So this should cover all that cost, depending on what you're building, how high your ceiling. There's so much detail that can go into. You could be looking at $300 per square foot. You could also be looking at $200 per square foot. But you have the basement, and then I just kind of went in the middle. So 925,000. and let's say you were able to get your lot for 600,000. So your total is about 1.5 million. If you minus your sale price, 1.9 million. Oh, I did the math somewhere wrong, so I'm just going to do that again. So 1850 times 2 times 250 plus 600,000 for the lot. So 1.5, and I'm just kind of go backwards, 1.9 million. So you're making about 375,000. But again, you have other expenses that are not included. So there's lawyer fees, there is closing cost on both ends when you purchase that lot or that house, and also when you sell those two homes. Then there is a realtor fees that you're going to have to deal with, which is going to be a lot on the sales side because seller always pays the entire commission for the seller and the buyer. So there's going to be a good amount of commission there. So at least I would make a room about 60, 70 grand just in commissions. So there is going to be some other expenses coming out of this total. So I mean, if it's, let's say, 100 grand of other expenses that you may have, oh, you would still end up with about 275,000. So that's just really, really good exchange. You're making about 300,000 for purchasing this piece of lot and converting into a duplex home. So yeah, that's it, guys. I hope there was some learning for you, and then you kind of learn that how you can do a quick math on these. So right. So number one, check the area that you like. Find the flat lot. And then go back to the same area with some other changes that I showed you in the search criteria, and then look at how much is the finished product is being sold for, and then you can run your numbers, see if it makes sense. So 300,000, 400,000 is a really good number on a duplex. If you can pull that off, it's a really good return. I hope that's everything for today. And if you guys have any questions, if there is any comments, if there is anything you want to add on to this, or if there is anything you want to know, do let us know. Do comment in the comment section. Do hit the like button, subscribe our channel. And if there is any questions, or if there is anything, like I said, we're very accessible to reach out. So let us know, and we'll be happy to help you. Have a good one. Take it easy.